Guys, I'm excited for this one because I have two spinning scopes from Athlon for review, the Chronos and the Argos. I'm going to let you know about the price, let you know about the glass, any quirks or issues I might have run into, and there are a couple critiques. Stay tuned. Trust me, you're going to watch the whole way through. It's worth it. I do want to first say that Athlon did send us this Chronos G2 spine scope for review. I did not pay for it, but thank you, Athlon. We really appreciate the support. It does mean a lot. I just mentioned all that to say that I'm not going to let it affect the review in any way, shape, or form, obviously. And as always with Precision Rifle Network, you're going to get an honest review of the product. I'm going to give you my feedback and tell you exactly how it is. We'll start though with the Athlon Argos HD 20-60 by 85. I've owned this one now for the past 4 years. I did buy this with my own money. And over the past 2 years, I've used it extensively for PRS matches. And it's been great. I've really enjoyed using this spine scope. This one comes in at about 380-ish bucks, depending on when you purchase it. It's summer 2023 right now. And for what you're paying, I think that this is the quintessential budget spotting scope. What do I mean by that? Well, I think if you're looking for a spine scope for $500 or less, I think that you look no further than this Athlon Argos. And this, compared to everything else in its price point, and then especially the stuff that's a little under its price point, you're getting a big jump up in glass quality of this between this and the other the competition. And I've been super happy with it. I haven't really felt like I've been undergunned at all by using this. In fact, this has outperformed a lot of the really nice binos at the longer distance stages. Granted, apples and oranges, but still, it's worth mentioning. Glass on this one, like I mentioned, at 20x, really good. You're going to get good clarity. The color's pretty good. We don't need to talk about all the buzzwords, chromatic aberration and edge to edge and all that, but it's just a good, you're going to be able to see what you're looking at clearly. That's the most important thing, right? So the downside to the Argos is as you start increasing the magnification, that clarity and the color, everything's going to start dropping off pretty quickly, and it's going to get pretty grainy and dark at that 60x. But for the price, that's a whole lot to ask for it. I'm not upset about it. I use this on 20x for 90% of what I do anyways. The only actual problem I've had with the Argos to speak of is this rubber cap has come unglued, and I can glue it back on myself, I have no doubt. I just wanted to mention it, and also to bring up that Athlon has awesome customer service. Their customer service is very similar to Vortex, where it's unconditional, lifetime warranty, no questions asked. They're Midwesterners though, so they're going to say "ope" a lot, and they're going to bend over backwards every step of the way to make sure that you have the best experience possible. Athlon does customer service very well. The similarities between the two spine scopes, before we get into the Chronos, just in terms of like packaging, it comes in a really nice box. They come with a carrying case that's pretty nice. They do come with caps, eye caps, and objective caps. The objective caps, for the ones that I've gotten, have come off pretty easily. It's kind of aggravating. They just pop right off. I've seen other people that haven't had this problem, so maybe it's hit and miss. I don't know. Maybe it wears out over time. Not a big deal. They come free in the package, so, can't really complain about it that much. The Argos does come with quarter 20 threads and a plastic Arca plate. And the Arca plate that comes with it's more than fine. I did switch out to a metal one from this Colorado Tripod Company. The Chronos has a built-in Arca plate, which is really cool. It makes it more streamlined, less bulky, less weight. It also has the quarter 20 threads, so you could put a different Arca plate on there if you so choose. I haven't bought another one for it. I've just been running it as it comes, and I have no complaints with it. They do have this collar so that you can angle it, so as you're shooting off of a bench, you can use it more like a straight spotting scope instead of an angled. It fits more rolls that way, and I've even seen guys in ELR set up spine scopes to be like binoculars with one for each eye, and I guess you could technically do that with this if your heart desired. But it is nice. It's got a little detent in there that clicks as it goes around. It's very smooth and very feels quality. The focus knob on both of them are on the barrel here, and on the Argos, I never realized that it wasn't as smooth as I thought it was until I got this Kronos. This Kronos is buttery smooth. The Argos is a little stiff, but like I said, I never had an issue with it. I didn't know that it could be any better until I got this, and it's completely fine. It's getting a little nitpicky, and the magnification is a little stiff too, but it feels nice. It's not a bad stiff. It feels quality still. It just doesn't move as smoothly as the Kronos does, and the Kronos also has the very smooth magnification. They have a built-in sunshade on all their line, I'm sure, and it's nice. I use it. It's cool to have it built in, so it's not an extra piece that you have to throw on there. That's really it in terms of kind of common features and things of that nature. So we'll just jump right into the Kronos. We'll talk about the glass first. The glass on this thing at 20x is unreal. I mean, for what you're paying, this is $1,000 spotting scope, about $1,000. It's hard to find right now online for some reason, but from what I can see, about $1,000 spotting scope. And this thing is awesome. Every time I look through it, it just makes me giddy at how crisp everything is, and the color, the clarity, everything's awesome. The more I used it, the more I liked it. In fact, I thought that was going to wear off over time, but it hasn't at all. And I've had this now for a month, 2 months, something like that, and I've put it to work. I've put a lot of time behind this thing, so I wanted to give you guys the best review that I could. So I've taken it to a couple matches. I've taken it out to different terrains and different environments to look at different things, to see and what I like about it, what I don't like about it. And at 20x, man, it's awesome. It does hold on a lot better to that quality as you increase the magnification, but as you get up to 60x, you run into similar issues, not to the same extent as the Argos. But if you want crystal clear all the way through, you're gonna have to spend $3,000 on the top tier spine scopes. That's not what these are intended for, but for what you're paying, you're getting a whole lot of bang for your buck in terms of the glass most of the way through the magnification. Really, the only gripe that I have about this, and again, it's pretty nitpicky, is it doesn't have interchangeable eyepieces. The Aries, which is the next step down from this one, does, but this one doesn't, and it's a little odd that this is the flagship and it doesn't offer it. Normally, the flagship's the one that offers all the features, and maybe they built them separately on purpose to give Athlon the benefit of the doubt. Maybe this one is designed to be the absolute best it can in terms of glass and clarity and everything, the purest form of image whenever you look through it, and adding that would take away from it. Maybe so, and an argument could also be made, if I want that, just buy the Aries, and for the couple $100 you save to buy the Aries over this one, you can afford the eyepiece too. But I would love to throw a ranging reticle eyepiece on this for the matches, to be able to measure targets and corrections and all that. A slight nitpick. Like I said, if I were buying this, I might look into just getting the Aries instead and having that eyepiece, and maybe at some point, maybe I'll pick one up and compare it to. Besides that, though, there's really not much to complain about. It's been great. I've put a lot of time behind it, and I think it's well worth the money. I think what Athlon does really, really well is they focus on their space. They don't try and make the absolute best elite gear for the smallest amount of whatever hobby it's for. They focus on us common folks. Like, I can't afford $3,000 optics either, and everything that Athlon makes in this spotting scope line is like $1,000 and less. And whenever that's all that you focus on, you're able to do it way better than these companies that are stretching themselves really thin and maybe not focusing as much on that area. Because before Athlon, you used to have really cheap and then elite and hardly anything in between. Well, now they've filled that void, and it's really been great. And it's a great resource to have for those of us that can't just spring out and buy a super expensive piece, because I can get everything that I need out of a nice spotting scope and be super satisfied with it for $1,000 and not feel like I have to go out and spend $3,000 on one. So I think Athlon did great on both of these. I think these represent their line really well. I think if you were to get either one of them, you'd be really happy. If you guys have any questions about it, anything I didn't cover, please leave me a comment down below. I'd be happy to let you know what I think about any of your questions. Drop us a like, comment, share, subscribe, do all those good things. You guys know how YouTube works, and we'll see you next time on Precision Rifle Network.